you want, you can also talk. You can unmute yourself and you can give the answers, no problem. But whenever I am discussing the topics, you have to mute yourself. And whenever I am giving time to ask you questions, you can unmute and you can ask the questions. So it should be like a two-way interaction between you and me. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Yes, why are you not giving reply then?
Ma'am, actually this geography is not only asking the geography questions, like example 2023 mains geographical factors of ancient India.
Yeah, that question is regarding your ancient history. Okay, Kavya. But you have to know the geographical boundaries of India. And if you know the geographical boundaries, you can write answer like, so why Indus Valley civilization was present towards this northwestern part, and why these invasions to India happened. Okay, why they didn't come through this northern part, why they used this northwestern part, because of Himalayas. So later on, what happened? The spread which happened from northeast towards northwest towards eastwards. When we came up to this Mauryan period, okay, so that is from your history part. So have you gone through this previous questions? So why I'm asking this question, because so you can't read geography as isolation. So nowadays there is intermixing of topics is seen, and this is a trend from 2020 onwards in your mains and as well as prelims. So they are not, ma'am, voice is not clear. Yeah, can you hear my voice or not, everyone? Because someone is saying that my voice is not clear. Is it clear or not? Voice is breaking. Why so? Someone is saying that it is clear, someone is saying it is not clear. I think it is your network problem. No, there is no problem from our side, because we will be taking the classes like this only. Okay. So why I'm asking this question, like why you have seen your syllabus, or why I'm asking this question, because one important reason here is there is interconnection between one subject and another subject. There is interconnection between geography and disaster management, geography and environment. So for that only I asked you to see the previous questions. You can't read geography in isolation. So in this session, in this next 2 hours, so in these 2 hours, the first thing here is we are going to see the outlook of our syllabus. Because understanding syllabus, and we have to know what are the topics that are present in our syllabus, then only we can move towards reading of those topics. So first we have to know that. That is very much important. And you have to know like why those topics are present. So as a civil servant, why you need to read about geography? So what is the thing? Why UPSC wants you to study geography? So what might be the reason? Can anyone think about this at least any once in your time? So whenever getting time, so whether you have thought about this, why UPSC introduced this syllabus? 1 minute, please switch off the sound. I am getting disturbance. To know the climate change since starting our universe. Okay. So what is the present situation? So why we need that? Why you need to study geography? So if you understand this, you will perform very much better after once you became a civil servant. So first of all,
Features of the geographical areas.
yes.
Like, in northern state we face so many floods compared to southern state. Why only northern states, ma'am?
Okay. Yes, I will explain you what is the importance of geography. Then you will appreciate. Yes, we need to know all these things. So first one here is, in your state, you will be not getting posting most of the times. So you will be posted in another state. So you have to understand the topography of that so and so district where you posted, and you have to even understand what are the problems. So how can you understand the problems? Whenever you are knowing the geography, then only you can understand the problem better and you can come up with a proper solution for that so and so problem. And if there is any problem regarding agriculture, you need to have an idea like, so which type of soil that is present there. Okay, and even if you want to come up with any schemes regarding elimination of poverty, hunger, malnutrition, you need to know how can you improve the food produced there. And even as a district magistrate, you need to also act in the time of any disaster. So you have to see whether that area where you posted, it is a disaster prone area. So which type of disaster, like earthquake, floods or any else. So you have to be well prepared to like how to address those problems. So for that things, yes, studying geography is very important for UPSC point of view. Is it clear? So if you understand the importance of such subject, then only you can interrelate that geography with other disciplines like disaster management, like environment and ecology. So there is a combination of geography with environment and even disaster management in your questions, especially in your mains. Okay, so first let us see the syllabus. So I will share the screen now. Okay. So can you see the screen? Yeah, please tell me, can you see the screen? Yes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So first, in geography, what we are going to study? How many parts? Any idea? Anyone? Tell me fast. So in geography, we are going to study world geography and Indian geography. So in this course, first we are going to start with world geography. So after understanding world geography, if you are applying those concepts in Indian geography, it is very much easy to remember and also to understand the concepts of climate in India. Okay, so first we are going to discuss the larger part and we are going to apply the same concepts in Indian geography. So geography is nothing but application based, so you have to know the concepts. Okay, so if you understand the, please mute because it is causing disturbance to others also. So whenever you are having doubt, you can raise your voice. So first one here is, you have to understand the concepts and those concepts you can apply here. Okay, so understanding the concept from basic level is very important, and here in this course we are going to study from basic level. So even if you have no knowledge regarding geography, even if you had studied your geography in the 10th class also, it has been a long time, right? So you might be missing all the concepts from your brain. So for that students also, this course is very helpful. So trust me and believe me. So how many of you have the trust on me? How many of you have the trust on me that I am going to improve your knowledge regarding geography? Yes, many, very good. Realme, Sri, Jans, Lavanya, Jagan. Okay, very good. So let us start with the syllabus. Understanding syllabus is very important. So first in world geography, first we will be starting with the general geography. So general geography means we are going to understand first universe. So what is universe, what is solar system, and we are going to understand what are the planets, what is our star, that is sun, and planets, planetoids, and what are the theories which say about the evolution of universe and how the stars form, or life cycle of stars and formation of planets. Everything we are going to discuss in the first basic class. And next one is we are going to see evolution of earth. So in this evolution of earth, you have to focus on how this earth formed. And around the earth, we have a thick blanket of atmosphere. So what is this atmosphere? And if you see in this atmosphere also, we will be having different layers. And if you see from the earth's surface, we will be having very thick density of air. And if you are moving away, the density of air will be decreases. So what are the reasons? And we are going to see importance of the different layers of atmosphere, and in which layer what is present, because many a times a question will be asked directly from the different layers of atmosphere. And next one is we are going to see hydrosphere. What is that? Evolution of hydrosphere. And its geological time scale is also important, but till now there is no question asked from that geological time scale. And next we are going to see about origin of life. So how life had been originated. So this origin of life, it is not only important from geography, but even it is important from your environment and ecology point of view. So it is a connected subject or connected topic between geography and environment. And next one is we are going to see earth movements, that is revolution rotation. So here in this revolution rotation, so we will have a discussion on what is solar eclipse, what is lunar eclipse. So recently blue moon is seen in news. So it is not like moon is appearing in the blue color, but whenever we can see this full moons 2 times in a month, that is called as blue moon. So it is a very rare occurred event. And even you can see in news like what is this blood moon, or what is this blue moon. Okay, that thing that you have to see, super moon, blue moon, red moon. And you can see what is the inclination of earth axis. So earth is not revolving in the 90 degrees, right? So it is have its own tilted axis. So what is the impact of that tilted axis also, that is very important. So because of that tilted axis, so there are a lot of changes that is seen on earth's surface. So what are those? So what are their impact, that we are going to see. And next one is we are going to see geomorphology. So this geomorphology is extremely very difficult to understand, and once you get understand this topic, and your 50% of geography is done. This is that much important. So here we have to understand the interior of earth. So how many layers are present inside the earth, and what is the speciality of layer, and how one layer is different from one layer. So because of this difference in layer by layer, we are seeing this earthquake waves, they will be having different penetration levels. And because of presence of radioactive elements, what happens? So that will lead to the causing of volcanoes. So on our earth, so there are some volcanic hotspot areas and earthquake hotspot areas are there. Because of this earth's interior, and as well as on the earth's surface, we have some plates. So that is lithosphere. So these concepts that we are going to see this in this geomorphology. And even inside our earth we have minerals, right? So we will be going for digging of minerals, especially government will be giving permissions for mining, and because of this illegal mining is happening, and even number of IS officers, they are also involved in this illegal mining. So recently there was one case in Bihar. So one IS officer involved in this mining, and she became as a mining mafia also. Okay, so here you have to understand what is this mining, and in which area which mines are present. Okay, and because of this mining in this, especially in this Western Ghats in Kerala region, that is also one important reason for the land slips. So if you are from Kerala, you might be knowing about illegal mining case in Kerala. Am I right? And one more thing here is whenever you are reading geography, you have to connect with the current affairs. Then it will be most interesting, and we can connect what is present in our book with the current affairs, what is going on now, so that we will be stay updated and we will be connecting the things from our books with our surroundings. And next one here is we have to also study about different types of rocks. So in the rocks we will be getting minerals, right? And in which type of rock which type of mineral is there. So that is also very important. And we have to see the classification of rocks. So in rocks we have three types of rocks, like igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. So are you getting bored, or are you connecting the issues, or are you connecting the dots? So are you getting bored?
No, ma'am, it's interesting.
So if you are getting bored, so please let me know, so that we will be talking about current affairs, okay? Because first you have to understand the syllabus, then only we can move on. If you're not understanding syllabus and if you're not getting syllabus in your mind, means yes, you can't focus on geography. Because almost all these things that you will see in news, in Sunday's newspaper you will be getting science and technology, there you will be getting meteorites and different exoplanets. So different missions that recently done by ISRO, like Aditya, Chandrayaan, they are also linked to your geography. That's what, it is very important. Okay, is it clear? So this is the first important thing. And next one is geomorphic processes. So in this geomorphic process, we have to understand endogenic forces and exogenic forces. So what is the difference between endogenic and exogenic forces? Means inside our earth. So inside our earth, so we have some forces. So because of this, that is leading to the formation of landforms on the earth's surface. So what is happening inside our earth, that is also having impact on the formation of landforms on the surface. So those are called as endo. Endo means inside. So in this endogenic forces, we have to learn about diastrophism, orogenic process, epeorogenic process, earthquakes, plate movements, volcanoes, etc. So already directly the question asked in your prelims from this endogenic forces number of times. And this one is exogenic forces. So exogenic forces means this is earth surface. On this earth surface, because of some forces, so there will be some changes that will be seen on this earth surface. So these forces which are leading to the changes on the earth surface, they are outside the earth, right? So those are called as exogenic forces. So exogenic means nothing but we have denudation process, we have weathering process and mass movements. So number of times you might have heard about landslides in Himachal Pradesh, landslides in Himalayan states, correct? Have you came across this anytime in the news while you are reading newspaper? So have you came across? Yes, Swati. Okay, Jaber, Sanatoi, very good. Satya. So you have came across this words like landslides, landslip, rock debris. Yes, ma'am, recently very good in Himachal Pradesh. So what is the reason? So that reason is connected with our geography. Okay, and even you might came up with this erosion, and recently coastal erosion is highly seen in news, right? So on one area, whenever there is erosion is happening and the particles which are eroded, so they will be removed from one place and automatically they will be deposited in another place, correct? So this is called as transportation and deposition. So these are the some important things that you have to know under this geomorphic process. Due to climate change, global warming, okay, but here you have to know even about lithosphere. And next one is you have to know about earthquake and volcanism. So earthquake is very important, and recently in which place earthquake happened and India decided to help that country. So in which country recently earthquake happened to a vast extent? Not Japan, recently in Africa, that is very good. Yes, very good, Monica. That is in Morocco, in Marrakesh region, in this Atlas Mountains, right? So you have to connect this also. So what are the reasons of formation of these earthquakes that you have to remember? And throughout the world, so in which areas recently earthquake happened? And we have Pacific Ring of Fire. So what is this? And what is the impact of this earthquake? And what are these volcanoes? So this volcanoes is a very big topic. I will be taking like 2 to 3 hours to complete this volcanoes, because here we have to see what is the mechanism of volcanoes. So what happens after once volcano bursted, and what are the different types of volcanoes. So in our world, in which areas volcanoes are present? So they are present on land, and even they will be present in underground also, that is inside the sea also we have these volcanoes. And you can see what are the landforms formed after these volcanoes were bursted. Okay, and next one here is we have to see distribution of oceans and continents. So here you have to see three theories. First one is continent drift theory, next one is seafloor spreading theory, and third one is plate tectonics. So if you understand these three theories, then almost you can understand 15% of geography. So this is very important. You have to know about these three theories. That is continental drift theory, next one is sea floor spreading theory, and plate tectonics theory. So these are very important. So from these theories you can get a question compulsory. Okay, so these are the from some favorite areas of UPSC. And next one here is landform and their evolution. So landforms are very important. So first and the foremost thing here is you have to understand what is this concept called as erosion and deposition. So if you know about this erosion and deposition, then you can easily understand which type of landforms are formed. Okay, for example, we have to study about running water. So whenever water is moving, that means nothing but moving water is called as river. So in river, so whenever it is flowing in its way, so it will be causing some landforms. It will create some landforms. So which kind of landforms will be created? That you have to see. So whenever you are talking about landforms, so we have to see two types of landforms. That is depositional landforms, and next one is erosional landforms. So erosional means, so whenever the river is moving, it is causing erosion. So because of erosion, what are the landforms formed? And after eroding, those particles will be deposited somewhere. So because of this deposition, so what are the landforms they formed? So these two things that you have to see in these agents, in these geomorphic agents like river, like groundwater, and as well as like glaciers, waves, and as well as winds. So you have to see these 5 important areas and what are the depositional features and what are the erosional features. So it is at most important. Okay, and here you have to remember the terminology. So you will be coming across lot of new words here, so you have to remember these terminology, and here your memory is very important. So any doubts so far? Just I am explaining in detail what you have to study. Yes, recently flood plains is in news. Because of decreasing of flood plains, there is increased what? Increased floods. So if you have doubts, you can ask me. So whenever asking question, try to give the answer. And one more thing here is you have to see even glaciers. So glaciers is also very important. And here in these glaciers, you have to see what are the landforms which formed because of erosion, and as well as the landforms which are formed because of deposition. So here we are going to see clearly the images, and we are going to see the significance of these landforms. So not only the forming of landforms is important, but even you have to study about the significance. So have you ever think about what is the useful of these landforms? Anyone? So have you ever think about what is the use of these landforms? Anyone, please let me know. Try to make this session.
Living, madam.
Okay, have you think about this?
New area is formed. New area is
Okay, new areas will be forming. So because of forming of new areas, what will happen? Yes, tell me. Think about the significance. So how we will be taking in the YouTube live classes. So this class will be also like that. It will be like two-way interaction throughout the classes, so that you can enjoy attending these classes. How you are enjoying attending these YouTube classes, in the same way we will be having interaction.
due to landforms exploitation of mineral.
Due to landforms.
Landforms exploitation of mineral.
Okay, next.
Environment.
Yes, there will be influence on climatic conditions. Very good, Jabir. Yes, landforms. Hashir, landforms means not just land. For example, I will be giving you a small example to make understand one example, one term here, that is valleys. For example, this is land surface. So earlier there is no river flowing, but river started flowing here. So whenever the river is flowing, so river which has tendency to bring the sediments, and those sediments will be deposited on the sides of the river, and that will forms floodplains. Is it clear? And one more example that you can connect now here is, yes, we have glaciers, correct? So now because of climate change, glaciers, they are melting. So whenever glaciers are melting, what happened? They will come downside. So whenever these glaciers or ice which is moving down, what happened? Whatever the rocks which are present, that will leads to abrasion on the surface of that rock. That will leads to the formation of erosion. So that is one feature. Okay, those are the landforms. So what are glaciers? Glaciers nothing but ice, that is Himalayas. So we are having big mountains. On those mountains they are covered with ice. Yes, new agricultural land will be formed. Very good. So in this way, not just studying that so and so feature, but even you have to focus on what is the significance. So this thing will be taught nowhere. Okay, so when anyone who is discussing geography, they will be discussing just from geography point of view, but even we have to connect environment and as well as disaster management, and even we have to connect this current affairs. As a current affairs faculty, I have good knowledge so that I can connect them easily. Okay, and next here is even waves. So you might be seeing seas, right? So if you are standing on a beach, so waves will come and move. Sometimes what happened during this Amavasya and as well as Purnami, that is full moon day and new moon day, the level of water will be increasing. So you can see like many times floods will be coming, right? And many times tides will be coming and moving. So whenever these tides are coming and whenever these waves are coming, they will be hitting the coast. So because of that, what happens? That will leads to coastal erosion. And that will be also forming some landforms. So you have to see that, right? And even winds also, especially winds in deserts, they will create landforms. Yes, due to landforms, we can observe ancient features and fossil fuels of some animals. Okay, Kavya. And next one is oceanography, and this oceanography is very interesting. And in this oceanography, you will be seeing about the water or the surface of earth. So can you tell me some examples where water can be seen on the surface of earth? So in which forms? In which forms water can be seen? Tell me fast. Yes, in which forms water can be seen? Yes, in oceans, very good. In seas, rivers, ponds. Okay. One more question is, in which water forms we can see huge amount of water? For example, groundwater. For example, rivers, oceans. So where we can see, yeah, oceans. Okay. Okay, very good. Yes. So here if you have gone through NCRT class 11, so there is a very small table which talked about this, in which area, in how much amount of water is there. That too, there is separate table for fresh water. Already question has been asked from this area. Okay, that's what I am focusing. And next one is, you have to see relief features, that means like features which are present in the ocean, like which are the relief structures which are present in the ocean floor. For example, we have coast, right? So we have ocean deep, and in the ocean also we will be having plains, and we will be having mountains, and we will be having geysers. So whatever the mountains or whatever the hill like structures which are present inside the ocean, but whenever they are coming above the level of sea, for example, this is ocean shelf, ocean deep. So here you have high sea. For example, if this is a mountain which is present here and which is above the sea level, and it is called as island. So it is called as island. Okay, so you have to see what are these important features, because it may be asked as a 10 marker question in your mains. And you have to see divisions of this oceanic floor, and not only the major relief structure, you have to see even minor structures. And next one is, you have to see temperature and salinity. So how this temperature and salinity will be affecting oceans? Can you have any idea? Do you have any idea? Can you say anything regarding this effect of temperature and salinity? Anyone? So where we can see salinity high?
Dead Sea.
Where?
Dead Sea.
Yes, Dead Sea. Okay. Any lake?
No, ma'am, ocean.
Okay, Lake Van, we can see it is one of the salinized lake. So if you see the globe, so normally this is our equator, right? So this is 30 degrees north and this is 30 degrees south. This is 60 degrees north and this is 60 degrees south, and this is 90 degrees south and 90 degrees north. So in which area we can see high salinity and low salinity areas? So where we can see high salinity and low salinity? So normally here in the polar regions we can see less salinity, and here we can see like there are the good glacier resources you are seen here, and we can see lot of fresh water is seen. And because of melting of glaciers due to this global warming and climate change, so this melting water is coming and joining here. So because of this water, the salinity is present here, it is affecting. So because of affecting of salinity, so what is the impact? Because of affecting of salinity, what is the impact? Can you guess? It will be affecting on biodiversity, especially marine biodiversity. So it will be having impact on marine biodiversity. Okay, is it clear? And even it will be affecting oceanic currents. So even you have to learn about the temperature where it is high. So normal temperature is high in this tropical region compared to that of this polar region. And here you have to come across this concept called as oceanic currents. So in this oceanic currents, we are going to discuss this warm oceanic currents and cold oceanic currents. And wherever this warm oceanic currents and cold oceanic currents are meeting, so we will be having this best fishing grounds. And you have to remember at least 3 to 4 areas where we can see the best fishing grounds. Okay. And next one here is you have to see which are the factors affecting temperature, which are the factors affecting salinity. So all those things that you have to remember, because they will be important from here, mains and as well as prelims. And next one is waves. So you have to understand what is the concept of wave. So it is a wave, right? And you have to see what is this crest, what is this stuff, what is the wavelength, what is the frequency, everything. So there are little concepts that you have to understand. We are going to discuss that. And tides. So what is tide? Anyone have any idea regarding the tides? So any idea regarding the different types of tides? So what is the relationship between this full moon day and new moon day in these tides? Yes, there is a relation obviously. So what is the relation that you have to know? Yes, neap tides, spring tides. So I will be telling about that Ashia. That is increasing level, rising or decreasing the level of water, that is called as tides. Rising and falling of level of water, that is called as tides. So oceanic currents that you have to know, and what are the characteristics of these oceanic currents and different types of oceanic currents, and where are the major oceanic currents that are present across the world, and what is the impact of oceanic currents. And this topic is at most important, that is effects of oceanic current is very important. So here we have to see the different subheading, like so how it is affecting this continents, how it is affecting this fishing community, okay, so how it is affecting this tourism, how it is affecting this climate change of that so and so region. So because of this oceanic currents, that is also one important cause for the presence of desert. For example, Atacama Desert is formed because of the cold oceanic current. Okay, so whenever there is a warm oceanic current, in that region we will be getting good rainfall, and whenever there is cold oceanic current, we can see there will be the formation of deserts nearby. So you got one question like, so why we can see deserts are formed in that region only? So one important reason here is because of this cold oceanic current. Yes, the desert formed there. Any doubts or getting bored? Any doubts? El Nino and La Nina, it is regarding the winds but not oceanic currents. Jabir. And next one is you have to see marine resources. So every year you can expect a question from these resources. From this resource you can expect a question for sure. So even in this year mains also you got question regarding coastal resources. So what are the coastal resources present in India? So let us try to write answer. Okay. So what are the coastal resources that are present? Any idea, anyone? So what are the resources that we are getting in our coastal areas? So what are there in the coastal areas? At least try, at least 5 points. Yes, we have fish and fisheries. We have fisheries, very good. We have corals, and we have sand, and we have salt pans, and we can get good minerals, and even nuclear mineral like thorium is there. And next, yes, we can generate tidal energy.
We can get pearls, ma'am.
Yes, we can get pearls.
We can get pearls, ma'am.
Yes, of course.
Energy, ma'am.
Yes, we can get oil and natural gas, that will comes under fossil fuels. Okay, I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. So you can draw a map like this and you can show different states, and you can say that in this area we can get this. For example, thorium in Kerala, Salt pans we can get from Gujarat, right? In Goa and in this coast areas normally we will be getting sand. It can be used for construction purpose. And in Odisha it is famous for getting some heavy minerals. Okay, so like that you can give. And you can also point out some coral reefs that are present across our coast of India. And even we can generate revenue through tourism also. For example, you can show Andaman and Nicobar Islands here. Am I correct? Are you getting the points?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Yes, now let us move on. So resources is a very important chapter and we are going to discuss that in a very great detail. Just I am talking about overview now. Here we are going to see each and every topic in very depth, and nowhere in India they will be not teaching. There will be not teaching geography like this. It is my promise. And this one is coral reefs, and here you have to see origin of these coral reefs, how they born. So from which organism, and even you can see different types. We have three types like barrier reef, right, fringing reef, and atolls. So you might heard about this barrier reef of Australia, right? It is the largest corals. And recently here we have one news like azooxanthellae or black corals. So have you came across this news called as black corals? So they will be in black in color and they will present in deep ocean. So normally this corals they will present in the surface water itself, but in some exceptional cases we have this black corals. And actually many of you might be thinking that this corals are present in only tropical region, but even in temperate region also they present. So what is the difference? We can see soft corals in this temperate region. In tropical region we can see presence of hard corals. So many of you might not be knowing this. So blindly you will keep that statement incorrect. So if you are getting a question like, so corals are present in both temperate and tropical region. So if you are reading any book, so they will be saying that they will present in tropical region. But even in the temperate region also we can see the presence of corals. Okay, that thing is not clearly given in your NCERT books also. And next one is, now we are facing this issue called as coral bleaching. So coral bleaching is nothing but whitening of these corals. Normally these corals will be appearing very colorful, like in different colors, yellow, green, blue, red, pink, etc. And once the organism which is present, that is zooxanthellae which is present inside this corals dies, that will lead to the white color of these corals. So this event is called as bleaching of these corals. And here you have to see what are the causes of this bleaching. And recently in this Great Barrier Reef of Australia also they saw this event of coral bleaching. So here you have to understand what steps can be taken and why we need to bother about these corals. That thing also is very important, like what is significance. So what are the services which are provided by these corals? And one more thing, here you have to understand why it is called as rainforest of oceans. So corals are called as rainforest of oceans. You have to understand why. What is the reason? And next important area here is you have to focus on climatology, and this topic is at most important and you need to be 100% focused when we are discussing this climatology. So here we have to focus on what is atmosphere. So basic concepts will be there, and if you understand those basic concepts, and eventually you can understand this climatology. So if you are losing concentration anywhere while class is going on, then you will be losing with this climate topic. So here you have to see like atmosphere, composition of atmosphere, that is which gases are present in our atmosphere and different uses of those gases. And what happens whenever there is imbalance is seen in this proportion, because nowadays there is increasing of carbon dioxide, right? Because of increasing of vehicular emissions, increasing of particulate matter 2.5 and particulate matter 10, yes, now there is a lot of impact not only on environment but even impact on the human health as well. Okay, so whenever there is imbalance which is happening in the normal percentage.
Your voice is breaking.
Yes, my voice is breaking.
No, ma'am, it's clear.
Yeah.
No, ma'am, it's clear.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so whenever there is alteration in the balance of this amount of gases which is present in the atmosphere, that leads to pollution. So this is the thing that we will be facing every year in Delhi, but no one will be talking like, so which percentage of which pollutant is increasing, right? So we have to see that what are the normal limits and what will be the increased limits. So what happens if there is increased limits? So whenever there is increasing of lead, it is having another impact. So whenever there is increasing of PM 2.5 and PM 10, that will cause us haze. Okay, whenever there is increasing of carbon dioxide, that will leads to global warming. So when one component is increasing, that will leads to the impact. So we have to see that thing also. And next one here is we have to see solar radiation, what is the heat balance, what is temperature. So there we have one diagram and we have to by heart that diagram. Okay, and you have to even remember the values also. That values is important for other state service examinations. And actually there was one question which appeared in our UPS examination regarding the heat budget and diagram and the significance of heat budget. Okay, is it clear or are you getting bored? Yes, are you getting points like what we are studying now and how we are connecting with current affairs? So this is the way to read geography. It is not like opening NCERTs and by hatting the things. Nowadays the questions are not at all asking on that way. Traditionally UPSC used to ask what is present in your book, but now it is not asking like that. So because of this, many students they feel like it is very hard. Are you getting this? Are you getting this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Srinivasan asked that syllabus is vast, but can you cover it in 30 days? Yes, I will try my level best. I will be covering within 30 days. And here you have to understand how can we control temperature also, because recently lot of climate related conferences which had been done, and in the month of November we are going to have this COP28. So we have to discuss about this climate change, how we can control it also, and even distribution of temperature. That means in the tropical region we will be having high temperature, in polar regions we will be having less temperature. So what is the reason? Can anyone tell me the reason why there is a high temperature in tropical region and why there is low temperature in polar region? Can anyone tell me?
And due to the difference of the insolation rate, and insolation rate here in equatorial region is very high.
Okay, so exact reason, can anyone can guess the answer?
Polar region is not directly under the sunlight. The temperate zone is receiving the direct sunlight from sun. Then the polar regions, 6 monthly once Arctic region and Antarctic region get daytime and 6 months night time, ma'am.
Okay,
So it is
somewhat.
a transit zone.
Okay, so Earth have its own inclination, so because of that only the one pole will be getting the light for 6 months. So here if we have sun, so in this tropical region direct sunlight will be receiving, but here we can see towards poles slanting sun rays, they will be having less amount of heat. So because of this in the tropical region we will be receiving heavy heat compared to that of this temperate regions. Okay, and here you have to see the distribution of temperature. So because of this distribution of temperature also, yes, there is interlinking between the climate of that region. And next important thing here is you have to see atmospheric circulation and weather systems present across the world, and you have to see what is atmospheric pressure. So if you understand this concept of pressure, then you can easily understand why wind is moving in this direction, why wind is not moving in this direction. So it is according to this pressure. So how this low pressure is created, how this high pressure is created. So what happens when low pressure is created? So what happens when high pressure is created? So if you know that, then you can easily understand the concept of rainfall and planetary wind system, everything. Okay, so whenever you're discussing this topic, you should be very much careful. And next one here is you have to see the latitudinal variation of this atmospheric heating. That means in some latitudes like 30 degrees north and 30 degrees south, yes, we will be having the heavy temperature or very high temperature, and in these temperate regions we will be having less temperature. So that latitudinal variation is also very much important. And even you have to see emergence of pressure belts, like this low pressure belt where is seen, high pressure belt is seen. For example, in this equator we can see low pressure, and alternatively we can see high pressure and low pressure. So we have like 7 pressure belts. It is towards 90 degrees north and towards 90 degrees south we have high pressure, and towards 60 degrees north and 60 degrees south we have low pressure, and again high pressure 30 degrees north and south, and equator we have low pressure. So we have 7 pressure belts. So you have to see how this presence or emergence is happened, how the evolution of this pressure belts happened. And even you can see the different types of pressure, different types of cells like Hartley cells, Ferrel cell and polar cell. So if you understand this emergence of pressure belts, you can easily link with this topic of Hartley cell, Ferrel cell and polar cell. And here you have to see some small topics like what are the seasonal winds. During the seasons we can see this winds will be blowing. For example, we can call it as mango shower, cherry blossoms, Kal Baisakhi, right? So in different areas we can call them differently. So those are seasonal winds, and you have to see the wind name and the significance of that wind, and in which areas there is a blowing of this winds. So that is very important. And next one is we have to see the local wind. So have you heard about this wind Lu anywhere? How you know about
It's
this?
the local wind, heat wind, ma'am.
Yeah, it is hot wind. Where we can see that? Yes, in Rajasthan we have this wind, that is Lu. It is a local wind.
Nearby deserts.
And next one is you have to see this concept land breeze and sea breeze. So it is also very important. And understanding this land breeze and sea breeze is very important. Have you know about the significance of this land breeze and sea breeze? So what is the importance of this? So what happens if there is no land breeze and sea breeze? So have you ever went to beach? Anyone? Have you ever went to beach?
Yeah,
Yes.
ma'am. Temperature change, ma'am.
Yes, because of temperature change, we can see this emergence of land breeze and sea breeze happens. So what is the use of that breeze? So have you ever
Wave.
thought about the direction of wind?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, to predict cyclones, ma'am.
Not exactly. Next.
Circulation of wind and land, it is sea to land.
Okay, during traditional ways, especially fishermen, they used to use this land breeze and sea breeze for the movement of their ship. Okay, with the help of this land breeze and sea breeze, they used to go into the sea and they used to come back. Okay. And next one is what is this mountain and valley winds? So the same concept of land breeze and sea breeze that we can apply here, so that you can understand this mountain breeze and valley winds. And it's also very important, especially for the mountaineers and climbers. So they have to keep in mind these winds while they are climbing, because if they are not keeping in mind, means it will be sometimes very harmful to their life. And here you will be coming across small concept like what is air mass and what is a front. So any idea regarding front? What is front? Anyone? What is that front, Pinky? Jabir, warm and cold currents, what? Yes, wherever.
When cold current and warm current meet.
Yes, very good, iPad. So when we are having different air mass, so air mass is defined based on the temperature and humidity. Okay. So based on this temperature and humidity, we will be dividing this air mass into cold air mass and warm air mass. So whenever this cold air mass and warm air mass are meeting, so whatever the bond it is forming, that is called as front. Okay, so in this front also we will be having different types of front: warm front, cold front, occluded front, stationary front. So you have to know those fronts, and diagrams are very important. So whenever I am discussing that topic in detail, we are going to see the diagrams, and you have to be prepared with your notes and pen. Okay, and cyclones is very important topic, especially if you see in Indian coastline, we have eastern coast and western coast. So which coast is more vulnerable to the cyclones?
Eastern coast, ma'am.
Yes, eastern coast is more vulnerable, but nowadays what happened, because of global warming and climate change, there is also increasing of cyclones in Arabian Sea as well. So here you have to focus on recent cyclones, and you have to see like whether they originated in Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea, and which states they had been hit. And you will be getting like, so if there is any early warning from IMD that so and so area, like for example, if there is any occurrence or emergence of cyclone in this Bay of Bengal, it will say that so AP is going to be affected, Odisha is going to be affected, West Bengal is going to be affected. So how they will be predicting this? How they will be predicting which state is going to be affected? Do you have any idea? How? Shall I share you one interesting thing here? So for example, whenever, let us see here, cyclone is going to be originated. So this is our coast. So first they will be moving in this way, and later on they will be moving in this way. They will be turning like this. So based on the movement, so they will be predicting so which coastal state is going to be affected. Is that clear? Any doubts, anyone?
No doubt. No doubt.
Are you getting bored?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So many people, they are not showing much interest, I think so.
No, ma'am, we just need.
I am connecting the topics with current affairs also, so that I want to, my motto is to make understand geography. So many students are reading geography in a wrong manner. So because of that, they are not guessing correct answers in prelims, and they are not able to write a very good answer in mains. So in this way, if you are studying geography integratedly, then you can easily write a good answers. So this is my motto. Because of that, we came up with this course, and the course cost is very less. That is 3,000 rupees only. So in this 3,000, you are getting all the things, right? And next stop here is you have to know about water in atmosphere. So normally water is seen in atmosphere in the vapor form, that is called as even humidity. And you have to know the small terms like what is absolute humidity, what is relative humidity. So absolute humidity means humidity which is present in that area is called absolute humidity. So whenever you are comparing with other area, that is called as relative humidity. And here you have to see some small words like what is dew, frost, fog, mist, clouds. And especially difference between fog and mist is very important. That is clearly given in your 11th class NCERT. So that small terminology you can get a questions in your prelims. Don't underestimate them. And in rainfall also, it is a very important topic, and you can see like different types of rainfall. Like we can see sometimes hails. Hails means nothing but ice, right? So ice will be falling wherever there is sometimes rains. And you can see like sleet. Sleet is like nothing but after clearing UPSC you will be going to Lavasana. So in Lavasana you can see snowfall is coming, that is sleet. Okay, and you can see snowfall. So there is a very small difference between snow and sleet. And you can see different types of rainfall like conventional rainfall, orographic rainfall, cyclonic rainfall. So there is a difference, and you have to identify which type of rainfall is and you can see the different climatic zones in the world, like world climate you have to come up with, and you have to see the Köppen's classification, and you have to differentiate the different climatic zones across the world. And this topic is at most difference. I want to make such a very easy thing that you have to remember through your lifelong. So I will be come up with a diagrammatical manner, and we are going to draw the diagrams on the screen so that it will be also very easy to make your notes. Because if I am coming up with the ready-made diagrams means you will be having a doubt like, ma'am, how can I make these diagrams? So along with you I will be also drawing so that you can make the notes. So those diagrams that you can easily use in your mains answer. Okay? Any doubts?
No doubt.
No doubt. No, ma'am, no doubt.
No doubt, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
Yeah, let us move on. And last topic in your world geography is biogeography. So in this biogeography you have to understand life with geography. We are connecting the life with geography. Like without soil there will be no existence of life, right? So here you have to see what is the soil, what are the characteristics, what we can see in the soil, and you have to see what are the factors which are responsible for the soil formation, and you have to see what is the process for the formation of this soil, and even you have to see different soil profile. For example, if you are digging our its surface for wells, you will be seeing the different layers, right? Have you ever noticed the different colors of soils when you are digging for wells? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? To some extent you will be seeing like dark red color or brown color. If you go into deep you can see like white color. Sometimes you can see like limestone powdery whitish color. Yes. So here you have to see the profile. That is called as profile. Okay? Because soil will be formed from the bedrock. So based on the bedrock we can see the different color of soil. So you might see like a red color soil, yellow color soil and black color soil, right? So it is based on the bedrock. And next one is classification of soils. We are having different types of soils which is present across India, like alluvial soil, black cotton soil, red soil, laterite soil, saline soils. So you have to know the difference, and even you have to see which type of crops can be grown in which type of which type of soil. So that will be very important. Okay? And next one here is you have to see different types of natural vegetation, like different types of forest. And here if you understand this climate part, right? So if you understand this climate zones, if you understand this climate zones part, you can easily understand which type of, so if you understand the different types of climatic zone, you can understand different types of soil, and even you can understand different types of natural vegetation, like nothing but different types of forest, like where evergreen forest is located, where deciduous forest is located, okay, where montane forest is located. That is based on the climate. Okay, so these two topics are interconnected. So when you are reading this topic, you have to go back to the climate and you have to refer that. And recently I saw like there is asking of questions from this social forestry. So I thought that why can't I include this topic? So I came up with this, that is, in the forestry we have social forestry, agroforestry, farm forestry, community forestry. So those things that we are also going to discuss. Okay, and here not only discussing this, we have to even see like what is the significance. So why? Okay, and next one is we are going to see now Indian geography part. So Indian geography is at most important not only for UPSC but even if you are preparing for any other state service examinations and any competitive examination. So you will be having this as a portion, right? So we are going to see this Indian geography very thoroughly. So first we have to see location, and we have to see the geopolitical significance of India and the divisions. So this part is at most important for your prelims. And next one is drainage system. Drainage system is nothing but river system. So how many types of river system is there?
Three.
Yes.
2 types, ma'am.
Yes, 2 types. Very good, Redmi. That is Himalayan river system and Peninsular river system. So which are the rivers comes under this Himalayan river system? Any idea?
Ma'am, Brahmaputra, Indus, Ganga.
Yes. We have these 3 rivers which comes in the Himalayan system, and in the peninsular we have to divide them into again 2 types. So which are the west flowing rivers and which are the east flowing rivers. So for example, we have east flowing rivers like Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, etc. So always this Kaveri will be in news because of river sharing issue between Karnataka and as well as Tamil Nadu. So in today's paper also there is article regarding Kaveri Management Authority, Kaveri Water Management Authority, right? So in this way you have to connect the issues. And the west flowing rivers, for example, we have Narmada, Tapati, right? So you have to see those also. So especially from this drainage system, memory is very important because you have to remember where they originated, whether they originated in Western Ghats or Eastern Ghats, and from which states they are flowing, what are the tributaries. So you have to see even which are the right bank tributaries and which are the left bank tributaries, and if there is any major dam is present, we have to see which is that dam. Okay, because last year there was question regarding the dam, on which river this dam is present. Okay, so those things which are important. And even you have to see what is the significance of this peninsular system. And have you ever heard about this interlinking of rivers? Anytime? So what is that interlinking of rivers?
Ma'am, sharing the two dam.
Yes. So one river is there here and another river is there. So we are connecting these rivers by constructing canals. Okay. So one such great success project here is Indira Gandhi Canal System in Rajasthan. So that led to irrigation in Rajasthan area. So in the same manner, so we are trying to linking of rivers, but there are lot of issues behind that. So here we are also going to discuss that topic also, but this is from your environment and ecology. So just we are having a discussion on that in the future. And this one is climate. Climate is at most important. So in 2023 also there is question regarding this climate. Okay. So factors are influencing the climate of India. Like we have to discuss only monsoon. So in monsoon also we have to see what is the mechanism of monsoons. So there are different theories said about the arrival and withdrawal of monsoons. So there are 4 theories like classical theory, modern theory, air mass theory and jet stream theory. You have to know about that. We are going to have a detailed discussion. And next one is, you know about this El Nino and La Nina. Now this year we have El Nino or La Nina? This year we have El Nino or La Nina? Yes, El Nino.
El Nino, ma'am.
Yes, students who are attending this live current affairs also, they might be knowing that we discussed about this topic regarding El Nino and the climate impact. And because of this El Nino, food security also. So that the same question is appeared in 2023 mains. How it is going to affect food security, right? And next one here is we have different types of seasons in our country. So we have to see that winter season, rainy season, summer season. And even we can see the different regions, climatic regions. And one more thing here is we have to classify India based on soils. So there is a need of map. And we have to see which type of soil is present in which part of our country. And now we are facing issue of soil erosion or soil degradation, and for that we have to take some steps, that is soil conservation. And do you know about any time have you came across this bad land topography? Bad land topography. Anyone? Have you come across this word bad land topography? No? It is present near Chambal region, so that is nothing but soil erosion. So because of soil erosion especially, we can see gully erosion. Gully erosion, because of this gully erosion, land became unfit for cultivation now. So this type of land erosion or soil erosion is seen in this Chambal region. So you have to be updated a lot. And next one here is we have to see even natural vegetation in India, like types of forest. And even nowadays, because of climate change, even some areas in southern part, they are facing wildfires. So we have to connect that topic also. And here you have to focus on state of forest report, recent state of forest report. You have to download that and you have to by heart the data before your examination. And next one here is as usual minerals and industries. Commonly every year the question will be there regarding this minerals and industries. Okay, so these are the syllabus, okay, that we are going to have in this live classes. So any doubts, anyone? Have you got an idea regarding what are the topics that we are going to discuss in this course?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. So first of all, why I discussed this syllabus, because in your UPSC syllabus there is no detailed thing which is given regarding the syllabus. I want to make sure that my students, they know exactly what you have to read and what you should not read. And even whatever the subtopics are there, so I am also giving the subtopics. Like in the mechanism of monsoon, I said about classical theory, modern theory, air mass theory and jet stream theory. So if you are saying anything like jet stream in the news, yes, you can pick up that topic and you can read, right? So if you are seeing this river system, if there is any river in news, you can read that river and you can make a notes, right? So because of this, I came up with a very clear explanation of syllabus. So how many of you had idea regarding the syllabus of geography now? So how many of you have the geography? Yes, I will be sharing the syllabus, no doubt, Jabir. Yes, world map, we will be also having that world map discussions whenever we are discussing about this climatic region. Yes, tell me how many of you are clear with the syllabus?
Clear.
Yes, clear, right? Neetu, Meenakshi, Santosh, Shiva, Arya, Realme. So if you have any doubts, so please ask me or you can raise the hands. Okay, Vivo. Okay, Jabir, Kavi, Shamla, Stravana, Yuho, Monica. Okay. So now let us see how the questions asked. At least like I will be just saying the overview of question, that's it, so that you can identify some important areas, and we will come back to the syllabus and we will be highlighting the important areas where you are getting the repeated questions. Okay, and once this course is done on the last day of the course, or I will be taking one extra class regarding the important areas of this UPSC from geography point of view, and whenever you are reading you have to stress more on those topics. Okay, so the first question is about savanna. Savanna region we are going to study under natural vegetation topic. So here the question is not asking about just temperature or climate, but it is asking about some important feature like which kind of organisms and what is the effect which is seen here. So you have to dig deep into this topic. Just if you are studying outside, it will be not at all enough. Okay, so because of that this course is very useful for you. And next one here, it is about water and planet Earth. So I said right, so there is a one small table which is given in your 11th class NCERT, so that will help you to answer this question, like amount of water in rivers, lakes, amount of water in polar ice caps and glaciers, and even groundwater. So there is a table. If you are by hearting that table, your work is done, and we are going to discuss that. And next one is black cotton soils. Yes, soils is very important, and you can expect question here in these soils. And next one is, if there is anything which is present in current affairs, obviously you can get that question. So it is regarding ilmenite and rutilite. It is regarding titanium. So we are going for this extraction of this ilmenite and rutil. Okay, rutil, which is present in the normally the coastal areas. So this thing that you can also add in this 2023 mains question of coastal resources. And next one is about Indus river system. Always there will be no UPSC question paper without this river system, either peninsular or either this Himalayan river system. Okay, you have to be well prepared with this, and this is one of the favorite area of UPSC. And many students, they will be lost marks here itself because of lack of memory. And next one is, if there is anything which is in use like fruits or trees, you can also expect question. So it will be coming under part of our natural vegetation. So when you are studying natural vegetation, for example, if you are reading evergreen or deciduous forest, you have to see which trees also seen there. Okay, so from that point of view, so this question appeared. And next one is river system, as I said, so where they originated, and even you have to see different hills which are present in Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. And let us have a look over this mains questions. So just I am giving the overview like how you have to prepare. So if you see this previous questions, then only you will be getting idea like so how you have to study for UPSC. So if you are reading blindly without seeing previous questions, means it will be wasting of your time. I don't want you waste your time much. So in which way you have to read geography, I will be teaching you from the basic onwards. Okay, trust me and believe me. So first question is, how will the melting of glaciers have a far-reaching impact on water resources of India? So how it is having impact? That thing that you have to see. Like we are connecting Himalayan glaciers with climate change. And not only climate change, we are going to write about what is the impact. So number of times we discussed in our current affairs classes. Correct? And this one is account of huge flooding of million cities in India, including smart ones, and suggests lasting remedial measures. So it is based on geography and even disaster management. So here not only understanding geography is important, but even you need to read this disaster management. And next one is, you have to see the consequences of climate change on the food security in tropical countries. So this is the question which appeared in this 2023 examination. So because of climate change, now we see this year, that is El Nino. So because of El Nino, there is less rainfall. So because of less rainfall, there is less food production, because most of agriculture in India is rain-fed agriculture. Okay, so we do not have proper irrigation facilities. That thing that you can write here, right? And next one is, why is India today confronted with the crisis of availability of and access to freshwater resources? So if you are talking about fresh water, which comes under water, right? So we can see fresh waters in glaciers and as well as in the groundwater, lakes and rivers. So if you see rivers in our country, most of them are polluted. So you can add the data regarding the pollution of rivers in India. And if you see lakes, because of climate change, lakes are converting into deserts. Are you correcting? And if you see fresh water, because of this green revolution and because of this high in water intensive crops, we are exploiting the freshwater resources. And whenever we are talking about this groundwater recharge, so because of increasing of concretization, because of urbanization, what happened? Increasing of concrete structures, so that there is no proper improvement of groundwater replenishment. So because of this, automatically there is decreasing of groundwater table is happening. Are you correcting the points? Are you getting doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right?
Clear, ma'am.
So because of this, yes, there is a less access to this fresh water resources. Okay, you have to see in which areas fresh water is present and how it is impacting. And next one here is how fjords are formed. So normally in this coastal areas we can see this fjords, especially in this temperate region. So you have to see what is the mechanism behind that. So it is concept based. It is the question which is regarding only geography. So in this way here the questions are asked in this geography. So what do you understand after listening to this class from last 1.5 hour? From last 1.5 hour, so what do you understand?
And complex to simple form.
Yes, tell me.
Complex to simplest form of geography, easy to learn.
Yes, you are going to learn the simplest form of geography from this course. Next, I promise you that I will going to discuss each and every topic. Next.
In 2 hours, please, writing space presentation.
Okay, so whenever you're writing answer, you have to focus on presentation. That also you are going to learn here. Next, not only studying outer part, not only by hearting NCRTs, you have to understand the concept well. You have to dig deep, then only you can answer those questions. So you got an overview like how to read geography, right? At least 50% of overview. Anyone? And have you understand like how to connect geography with current affairs? Are you getting interested? Do you like my teaching style? So if you have attended anywhere the classes, anyone gave this overview or not? I want the good and genuine response from you. So if you have took the coaching like anywhere, so have they taught like this anywhere regarding geography, like how to read, how to current affairs, anywhere? No, right?
They just cover NCRT only, not point to point by like.
Okay, so in this way you have to read geography, not only geography in this case, because from your GS2 and GSC entirely it is current affairs based. Trust me. So if you want to clear UPSC, so the traditional way of reading the books and by hearting the things and writing them will not give you marks. Will not at all give you marks, and there is increased competition. Day by day the awareness among this people will be increasing. So everyone want to give this examination who are in the age limit. So because of this the number of applications are also increasing. So it is becoming a problem for this UPSC to conduct examination and to increase the level. So year by year the level is increasing because to select the people who are competitive, who are well enough. So for that only you have to prepare in this way. So if you are preparing in this way, automatically you can clear this UPSC without wasting many attempts. So this is the thing I want to say. Okay, is that clear? And one more thing here is students who had not yet joined this course, try to join this course, and the course cost is very low. You can't get this price anywhere. So if you are joining today and tomorrow, the course cost is just 3,000 rupees. So we are extending this. We are extending this offer to 3,000 rupees. You can join this. Okay. If you have any doubts, so please ask me. You can raise your hands. As of now, I think you got idea regarding how to read this geography at least, right? So we are going to start with our first topic. So I have around 25 minutes to end this session. So in this session we are going to see introduction to world geography, Especially the first topic is very important. That is understanding from the basic. Yeah, 1 minute, I will share the screen. Yes, we are going to see the first topic of our world geography. Are you ready? Are you ready? Can you see the screen now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, first you have to know about solar system. So as I said, we are going to discuss from the very basic level. Okay, I will keep in my mind that I have to teach from the basic level. So if you understand from the basic level, then you can remember for the long term. And even sometimes you can get simple questions in your UPSC and even other examinations also. So you have to read from a very basic level. So how many of you know about the solar system? So how many of you know about the solar system? Yes, everyone will be knowing about solar system, right? Solar system is nothing but it is the collection of 8 planets. So earlier we used to have 9 planets, but Pluto had been removed. So Pluto, it is not a planet now. So we have 8 planets and we have the satellites. They are also called as moons. So here we have sun. Around the sun these planets will be moving. So around these planets, their satellites or moons, they will be moving around the planets. And not only the planets and moons, they are coming under the solar system, and even we have lot of small particles like asteroids, meteoroids and comets. They are present in our solar system. Okay, so what are the things which we have in our solar system? So we have 8 planets and we have moon and we have sun and asteroids, meteoroids and comets. So here how can you expect a question is, so which are the following comes under the part of solar system? So they might be also giving exoplanets. So exoplanets, they will not come under the part of our solar system. So they will be present out of our solar system. So you have to be aware like, so which all will consider solar system. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, right? And here you can draw this diagram, and especially in this diagram you can see this asteroid belt, right? So where this asteroid belt is located? It is located exactly between the 4 planets here and 4 planets outside. That means it is present between the Mars and Jupiter, and even you have to learn the sequence. So first planet is Mercury, second one is Venus, third one is Earth and fourth one is Mars. So beyond Mars we have this asteroid. And can you tell me the recent missions of ISRO? So let us connect current affairs also here. So recently we launched a mission to know moon. Yeah?
Aditya.
Yes, we had launched Aditya L1 to study sun. So regarding Mars we have Mangalyaan, and regarding Venus also we are trying to study this Venus, and to study
Chandrayaan 3.
Chandrayaan 3, that is to study moon. So all these are present in our solar system, right? Any doubt? And next one is, what is a planet? So we have sun. Sun, it is a body which will be releasing energy. But unlike the sun, we have planets. Planets, they do not emit their own light, but they will be receiving the light from sun. So these are moving around the sun. So what is the reason for the elliptical orbit of this planet? So why they are revolving round the sun in elliptical orbit? Any idea, anyone? So
Gravitation, madam.
yes, gravitation of what? Yes, gravitation of what?
Gravitational pulling force of the sun, ma'am.
Okay, so actually, for example, let us take this is sun. So this is planet. It wants to move in this direction. For example, let us take this is a planet which is moving like this in a straightward. But because of this gravitational force of sun, it is moving in this elliptical orbit. So what is the reason for this elliptical orbit of a planet around sun? So the reason here is gravitational pull of sun. It is a very important thing. And in these planets, we have normally two types of planets. We have inner planets and we have outer planets. So here in this image, you can see the planets which are present inside this asteroid belt. So inside this asteroid belt, so what are the planets are present? They are called as terrestrial planets or inner planets. So which are those four? Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. And after this asteroid belt, we have the big planets. Those planets are called as gaseous planets or Jovian planets. So why they are called as Jovian planets or gas planets? Because they have thick layer of atmosphere. So one important interesting thing here is, so whatever the atmosphere which is present in this inner planets, so they have very thin atmosphere. So why? Any idea? So why this inner planet is having thin atmosphere compared to that of this planets which are present beyond asteroid belt? Yes, anyone can try. Let me know why.
Ma'am, in the terrestrial planets, they are escaping gases from the planets, ma'am. In the planets.
Not due to sun heat, Sanatoy, because of solar winds. Because of solar winds, they have very thin atmosphere. But if you see here, these planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, they are very far from sun. So they will be having very less impact from the solar flares and solar wind. Okay, so this is the important reason and you have to remember this for sure. And okay, so these are these Jovian planets and these are these gas planets or giant planets. And this is about these planets and why these inner planets are called as, why these inner planets, they are less in size. Okay, I want to ask one more question. So here these inner planets, they are smaller in size compared to that of this Jovian planets. So what is the reason? Any idea? Or
the inner planets are terrestrial planets.
yes.
Others are full of gas and ice giant and gas giant planets. First
Yes.
two are gas giant and the next two are the ice giant, ma'am. So
Yes.
that gases, it look like a big planets.
Okay, very good. So terrestrial planets, they are made up of rock and metals. Okay, they are made up of rocks and metals and they are having high density compared to that of these giant planets. Okay, giant planets, they will be having gas and as well as ice, as said by this Meenakshi. Very good, Meenakshi. And next one here is different types of planets. So here Pluto, which is falls under the category of dwarf planet and it is not a planet now. So there are some planets, they are having the rings. So these rings, they are formed because of dust. Okay, because of dust and because of the satellites which are moving around them, they will be appearing as rings. So not only Saturn but even Jupiter, Uranus, they have rings. And the smallest planet is Mercury and the largest planet here is Jupiter. And you know about this inner planets and outer planets, right? And next one is, what is our orbit of planet? So what is the meaning of this planet orbit? Yes, planets will be moving around around the sun in a orbit. So that orbit is called as planet orbit, and some planets they will be having circular orbit, some planets will be having elliptical orbit. So in case of Earth, we have elliptical orbit. Okay, what is the reason? Because of the sun's gravity, we have this elliptical orbit. And if you're talking about the sun which is present in the center of our solar system. If there is no sun means we can't imagine the solar system. So in between of the solar system, in middle especially, we have this giant star, that is sun. So sun which is made up of extremely hot gases. So here we have different gases like helium, hydrogen. So hydrogen is 70% and helium is 28%. So one important ambition under this Chandrayaan-3 mission is to bring helium. So if you are bringing at least 10 kg of helium onto the Earth's surface, we can generate a lot of renewable energy. So this is the idea behind this Chandrayaan-3. Okay, so in the same way we are also coming up with Aditya L1, right? So we are going to see whether it will be a success or not soon. So if it is a success, so we can bring some valuable resources from sun also. Okay, so here the sun which is consisting of 70% of hydrogen and 28% of helium, and it is also having the other metals as well. And if you see here, from sun we will be getting light. So what is the speed of light? I think you might have studied in your physics somewhere around in your 8th class, 9th class, 10th class, right? So what is the speed of light?
3
So with
lakh.
yes, 3 into 10 power 6. 3 into 10 power 6, right? That is around 3 lakh kilometer per second. So here how much time it will take light from sun to reach Earth? Any idea?
8 seconds, ma'am.
It is not seconds, it is 8 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. 8 minutes.
Yes, light travels with a very high speed. It is around 3 lakh kilometer per second and it takes just 8 minutes to reach the surface of Earth. And next important thing here you have to focus is about Earth. Earth is the third nearest planet to Sun and is the fifth largest planet. So I am talking about just GK points here. So there is nothing like to understand the concepts in this solar system. So what are the concepts is there? I already explained the concept, like what is the reason behind this elliptical orbit. Okay. And what is the shape of Earth? Any idea? Shape of Earth.
Yeah, it is shape, ma'am.
It is not a spherical shape exactly. It is geoid space. Geoid space is nothing but it is not spherical. So yes, in between there is a bulging that is seen. So if you are taking any ball on your hand and if you are pressing from both the side, so what is the shape that you are getting? The exact is the shape of the Earth. Okay. So we have two flat sides on the up and down towards the pole, but there is bulging in between. So this is the geoid shape. So there is also one more name for Earth that is called as blue planet. So why Earth is called as blue planet?
Because of its 2/3 of water, it
Yes.
looks like.
So we have less land compared to that of water. So 2/3 of surface of Earth is covered by water. So because of this, Earth is called as a blue planet. And next one is, what is a satellite?
Ma'am, satellites are rotating around the planets, ma'am.
Okay. So satellites are also comes under the celestial bodies. They will move around the planets. So how Earth will be moving around the sun, in the same way this satellites will move around the planets. So in this planets we have, in the satellites we have natural satellites and artificial satellites. So natural satellites are nothing but already which are present, like for example moon for our Earth. And human-made or artificial satellites are nothing but satellites which are sent by ISRO, NASA, European Space Agency, JAXA, etc. So those will come under artificial satellites. So here, can you tell me some examples of satellites? Artificial satellites.
Ma'am, Aryabhatta.
Yes, okay. And can you tell me some examples of natural satellites other than moon? Yes, Pinky?
Ma'am, Galileo moons, ma'am, 4 moons.
Yes, yes. Anyone? Anyone can add anything? Okay, let us move on. And what is the asteroid belt? So, what are these asteroids consist of? Whether they are icy bodies or rocky bodies? Yes, they are rocky bodies. So, asteroids are nothing but during the formation of the solar system, there are some rocky fragments that didn't unite to form planets. So, they became like that only. So, what happened because of that gravitational force of sun? They also started moving around the sun, and they are forming a belt between these inner planets and outer planets. Okay, and you have to remember exactly where is this asteroid belt is located. It is between Mars and Jupiter. Okay, so this is very important thing. And they are rocky, and even there are also having some metals. And next one is asteroids are very, sometimes you are big and sometimes you are small. So Ceres is classified as a small solar system body. So the largest asteroid that ever we have seen is Ceres. So what happens, sometimes these asteroids, they will be breaking off and they will form meteoroids. So have you came up across these words meteoroids, meteor and meteorite anytime in newspaper? Have you came across this word? Yes, tell me, anyone? Have you came across this word?
Meteors are burning in
Yes.
is entering in the atmosphere of Earth. With the
Okay.
reaction, it will become burnt.
Not
and
reaction,
it fallen
it is-
in Earth.
It is not at all a chemical reaction. Okay, Meenakshi.
Then comet are icy.
Okay, yes.
AC, right?
Yes. Let us discuss that. That topic is at most important from your prelims. So Kuiper belt is nothing but the Kuiper belt. It is a great ring of debris which is similar to that of asteroid belt, but the difference between this asteroid belt and Kuiper belt is asteroid belt is present between outer planets and inner planets, but beyond this Neptune we have this Kuiper belt, and the distance from the sun is also very high, right? So here we have icy objects. Icy objects, they are forming a ring around our solar system. So it is called as Kuiper belt. Okay, it is made up of ice, but these asteroids, they are made up of rocks and minerals. So this is one basic difference that you have to know. And you will also see these comets, they are also the part of our solar system. So comets are nothing but icy gaseous body. Okay, icy gaseous body. So whenever solar wind is coming, solar wind is nothing but it's very hot, right? So because of this hot, what happens, the ice will be melting, and whatever the gas which is present, that will be reacting. So because of this, sometimes in sky, if you are sleeping on the terrace during summer, you can see this type of reactions, this type of lights that will be coming. It is because of burning of comets. Okay, so they are made up of frozen gases. So what are the composition of these comets? So in these comets, we have water, we have ammonia, we have methane and carbon dioxide. So they totally held together small pieces of rocky and metallic minerals. So they form these comets. Okay, so whenever the solar wind is coming, whenever the solar wind is interacting with these icy bodies, that will release the gas. Okay, suddenly if you are releasing the gas, and if you are having like if you are showing any matches there, means what happens, suddenly you can see the burning which happens, right? So in the same way the reaction is happening here even in our solar system, that we can clearly see if you are sleeping or if you are seeing from your terrace. Okay, so this is nothing but comets. And in this comets, normally we will be having two types of comets, that is short period comets and long period comets. Short period means nothing but, so they originated in the Kuiper belt, okay, and the long period comets means they will be originated in the Oort cloud. So here we came across the different belts, like asteroid belt you studied, right? So you came to know about this Kuiper belt, and one more cloud you have to know, that is Oort cloud. So if you see this image, you can see this Oort cloud. So this is our solar system, right? And here somewhere we have this Oort cloud, and this is the Kuiper belt. Okay, so whenever we are seeing the comets, they are coming from this Oort cloud, they are called as long period comets. So this is very important prelims fact. So comets, they are originating from a more distance of Oort cloud, they are called as longer period comets, and the comets, if they are coming from this Kuiper belt, they are called as short period comets. Okay, so what is this Oort cloud? Oort cloud is nothing but it is a giant shell of icy bodies that encircle our solar system. Okay, so that is the thing. And this is the image of this Oort cloud. So try to make an image regarding where this asteroid belt is there, where is this Kuiper belt is there, and where is this Oort cloud is there. So is it clear? Any doubts, anyone? And you have to see the difference between meteoroid, meteor and meteorite. So meteoroid means nothing but, so asteroids will be disintegrated into small rocky objects. So those are called as meteoroids. So these meteoroids, they will be present in the solar system. And this meteor means nothing but, so whenever these meteoroids, they are entering into atmosphere, so because of friction, okay, because of friction in our atmosphere, they will be burning, and they will be appearing like a light in our atmosphere, or that will be looking like a burning thing in our atmosphere, that is called as meteor. So after even burning, sometimes the burning will be not complete, so there will be incomplete burning, right? So after incomplete burning, so whatever this debris which is falling on the earth's surface, that is called as meteorite. So is it clear? Is it clear? Any doubt, anyone?
Clear, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, right? Are you getting the points? So if it is in this rock substance which is present in the space, it is meteoroid. So if it's entering into the atmosphere of earth, that is burning, and it is appearing like a fire in our atmosphere, that is called as meteor. So if anything which is left, so if you are burning paper, sometimes it will be not burned completely, right? So it will be forming like some precipitate. So that is falling on our earth surface, that is called as meteorite. So whenever meteorite is coming and falling on the earth, what happens? So it will be creating a hollow there. So that is called as crater. So what is that called? That is called as crater. So whenever any circular depression which is created on earth's surface after this meteorite impact, that is called as meteorite crater. Okay, so because of this, what happened? If there is any rainfall, so whenever this rain is happening, so in that depression water will be filled. So that water filled crater is called as crater lake. So can you tell me one famous crater lake in India? Do you have any idea? I am asking from India point of view. Any idea, anyone? Crater lake. Yes, lunar lake. Very good Thiru. Lunar lake. Yes, not only lunar lake, we have 3 different types of crater lakes in our country. So first one is Lunar Lake in Maharashtra. Second one is Dala crater in Madhya Pradesh. And third one is Ramgarh crater in Rajasthan. So actually recently, I think 3 to 4 months back, this Lunar Lake is in news. Because the water in this lunar lake which convert into red color. Do you know about this, anyone? So water in this lunar lake converted into reddish pink color because of some bacteria which grown there. Because of spread of bacteria, the water which is appear like red or brownish color, reddish color, pinkish colors, that you can type in the Google so that you can see that image. So that is the reason current affairs, that's what I am saying. And next important subtopic you have to know is exoplanet. So exoplanet is nothing but extra planet, right? So it is present beyond our solar system. So exoplanets are the planets that orbit around the other stars which are present outside our solar system. So if you are getting a question like which of the following comes under our solar system, we have to eliminate this exoplanets. Exoplanet which is not present in our solar system, which is present outside. Okay. And you have to see one more concept, that is what is this Goldilocks zone. So because of this Goldilocks zone, we can say there is existence of life on earth. So if there is no Goldilocks zone, there is no existence of life. So what is Goldilocks zone means nothing but, so there should be no high temperature, there should be no low temperature. So we need to have a medium temperature such that water will be available in the liquid form. So if there is high temperature, what happens? Water will be available in the vapor format, right? So if there is too cold temperature or less temperature means water will be available in the ice form, right? So in this Goldilocks zone, water will be available in the liquid form. So here earth which is present in the sun's Goldilocks zone, because of this life is existence on the earth. So because of this we are searching that whether the life is existent on the Venus and Mars also. We are finding that this Goldilocks zone even present on the Mars or not. So that is the idea of this Mangalyaan mission. Is it clear? Any doubt, anyone? Yes, tell me, any doubt? Clear? What is a comet? Comet are nothing but icy bodies which are present in our solar system. Is it clear, Nikhil? Clear, right? Any doubts? Anyone?
Yeah, ma'am. No.
No doubts, right? Yes, tell me, Prasanna. Any doubt? Lavanya, Kiru, Umesh. Umesh, tell me. How are you feeling, Umesh? Already you did your coaching, right? So now how are you feeling after attending this class? I want to take review. It's good. Okay, okay. So what about you, Tamil? Tamil Selvan? You Ho, Pinky, Neetu. Neetu, how are you feeling? Sanatoy, Shamala, Monica, Jans, Jagan, Arya, Sidhu, Murali, Meenakshi.
Ma'am, I'm also already in coaching, ma'am, but today I first ever heard name Oat Cloud. So this is very clear cut and micro concepts are present in picture.
Okay.
So this much of splitted micro concepts I didn't ever hear in any coaching.
Okay, what about you, Kamli, Mahesh, Divyashri, Indran, Usharani, Lake, Freedom, Vivo, Abhitha, Monica? Tell me. So if you have any doubts, you can raise your voice now. So how you felt this session, whether it is useful or not?
Ma'am, class is
Ma'am,
very
it's useful, very useful.
So actually initially there are some technical glitches, and because of my sore throat also I can't give the thing first.
and one very interesting, ma'am. You are always trying to connect with current affairs with geography. This is very interesting for us.
Okay, so because one reason, one problem I found, many students, they are saying that I'm not clearing this UPSC even if I'm preparing from last 5 years, last 6 years. This is my last attempt. I got a lot of calls. So that I thought that why can't I teach geography with a very limited amount, so that it can be helpful at least for the students. They can learn like how to read the other subjects. So if I give the training like if I'm telling you like how to read one subject, automatically your way of preparation will be changed, right? So that's what. That is my idea, and the course cost is limited because instead they have to pay for me.
For mains.
Yes, of course, it will be useful for mains, and we are going to have mains answer writing. So tomorrow you will be getting practice questions of prelims, that the topic we discussed today, and also we will be giving you one mains question from this topic of solar system. And one more request from my side here is you have to do revision on that day itself.
Ma'am, could you share the slides?
Yeah, sure, I will be sharing in Telegram channel, and the students who are who had not yet been joined this course, so please join this course so that you will be getting updates in the Telegram.
I have joined but didn't add the Telegram channel.
Yes, actually we thought that we have to provide free classes for today and tomorrow. So today and tomorrow we'll be having the links. We will be providing for the free, and from the day after tomorrow onwards we will be having the Telegram. Only the students who join this course, they will be getting the classes, not all. There I will be sharing the slides. Everything will be there in the Telegram channel only.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Okay, so this is the thing. Any doubts, anyone?
Madam, it's L for optional paper.
It is for GS, Mahesh, but you can understand the concepts clearly. So just you have to prepare some other concepts. That's it. Like 5 to 6 chapters extra.
Ma'am, how to pay the amount, ma'am?
You can text me on WhatsApp. Okay? You know the number, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
I will share the number also. 1 minute. So I will write, I can't write here. So I will say the number, you can make a note, that is 8074 765513. 8074 765513. So to that number you can text me on WhatsApp, and even in community you can see the poster, right, in YouTube community. So there also you can get the number, and to that number you can make a call or you can WhatsApp me, so that I can send you the QR code of Rathod's IAS. So after payment we will be joining you in the Telegram channel. There you will be getting the links. And even there is option of getting recorded videos also, and that recorded videos will be available for the next 15 days. Okay? Any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you so much for attending this session. So we are going to meet in the tomorrow's class. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.